Welcome back everyone, I'm Plays Games, this is Hardspace Shipbreaker, and we are carrying on exactly where we left off, doing lots of stuff. We'll kick off today with a little bit of lore for you guys to pause the video and read, because as I said, I ain't pausing this stuff. Well, no need to pause that. Right, that's enough of that. We've got another message probably telling us about radiation. No, it's the union saying that lots of teams have been in contact and they've all had administrators put over them and they're all being bullied. So, that's fun. Grapple, tether lifetime more, yes. Tethers... That's the pull strength, pull range, yes please. Might as well max out the range, that's good. And we'll just increase the split saw range because it's cheap, why not? Anything else they can do for cheap? No. That's fine. We will, however, repair our stuff. And we'll get back out to work. Okay, we've finished that. Shall we have a go at our first gecko? They are absolutely huge. As you can tell, there are 9 salvage goals to attain. So, the larger the ship, the more salvage goals. Mackerels only have 5. Atlases only have 5. Javelins tend to have between 5 and 7, depending on the size of them. Okay, let's do the first gecko. We're probably not going to get this done in this episode. What do we need? Wires. Apparently there's wires and rods and pistons and ion coils and dampeners and fuses and everything on board this ship. Here we go.
Alright, listen to this from Exeter Paulson's memoir. Man's only true skill is innovation. If one cannot innovate, one must move aside for those who can. So true. So true. Even you guys out there, in your day-to-day, how are you innovating? How are you changing the face of salvaging? Or do you need to move aside? Think about it.
Alright, so this is what geckos look like. Not very much going on the outside. There's some... Strangely, the floor goes in the furnace and everything else is armor panels which go in the processor. There are 4 engine nacelles on the outside of this one, but there are no cut points. The cut points for these are internal. As we see, there and there and there and there. There are 3 thrusters and 3 thruster housings here. The rest of the ship... let's go to systems. That's objects, that's systems. Okay. Class 2 reactor attached to 3 thrusters, so we're going to have to cut 3 of them off. And I can hear a fuse box ticking away then. And there's an ECU, so again it's a class 2 thruster, class 2 reactor. We're going to have to eject the thrusters. There's some fuel tanks which are stored, so we'll have to be careful with them as well. There's more stuff. What's this? Radiation filter. These are the new things we have not seen yet. Thermal spreaders we have not seen yet. These do coolant. They will do cold damage. There is the power generator. And there's lots more stuff here. There's more coolant tanks there. Tiny little cockpit on these things. Huge big cargo bay. All of it is pressurized, so first thing we have to do is get inside and depressurize this entire gigantic ship. Objects wise, lots of stuff just floating around. Right, that's the end of that. So we've wasted 2.5 minutes just looking. And geckos are not fast.
Airlock depressurizing.
If you can do a gecko in any less than like 3 shifts, you're a genius. Okay, main airlock into the Gecko. And then this leads into the passenger compartment. Okay, welcome to the geckos. The good thing about geckos is that there are usually quite a lot of pickups. That's the radiation thing. The way you do these radiation things, you pull this panel off and then you just pull the radiation filter out and stick it on the barge. But radiation filters are extremely temperamental. Like, you even nudge it and it will release a cloud of radiation, which A, remains where it was spawned, so even if the spaceship gets moved, as we know they can do, the radiation stays where it was, and you can just then accidentally ignite it. Right, that's the ECU with what looks like another radiation containment unit underneath the ECU, so there's two radiation filters. So pulling the ECU and then getting to the reactor and yeeting the reactor on the barge ain't gonna be easy. And this is a station hopper, which means it's a passenger liner, which is why there's so many seats. This is obviously the reactor room. That is the reactor right through that glass. God damn it, broken atmosphere regulator. That's not what we wanted to see. We'll just check if there's any. Aha, there's one in here. Let's do that.
Air pressure level.
Nice. Air filter there. Lots of bottles and food and luggage and all kinds of nonsense. Okay. Which doors are blue? Which means there's equal pressure on the other side. This?
Airlock depressurizing.
I believe this leads to the cockpit. No, that leads to the other airlock. Being large passenger liners, there are two airlocks. One here and the one there.
Airlock depressurizing.
Okay, so that's open to space. This is all open to space now. That's all good. I'm gonna have to explosively decompress that. That is a pain in the ass. And that door has closed. That led into the reactor room. If we have a look at the structure, that won't be too bad. This is just one room, so we'll do that. And that's what happens if you don't hang on, you get flung around. And all that did was decompress this one room into this larger volume. Now sometimes with geckos, you have to remember the relative size of the rooms, because if we were, say for instance, that was depressurized and we opened the door and this was all pressurized, all this pressure would try and squeeze through that one little tiny door and go into this one little room. And that can actually blow these panels, and that is bad, because then you end up with absolute shrapnel flying all over your ship. Right, let's hang on to this and open this door. Again, we're venting a smaller area into a much larger area, so this will be bad, but not terminal. Yep, destroyed the atmosphere regulator doing that, but can't be helped. Sometimes you cannot do anything but destroy things. And this was one of those times. So the only thing we've managed to do so far is to depressurize the ship and destroy some of the stuff. So yay! Alright, more pickups in here, that's good. More thruster fuel. This instantly fills you up. It's not like, it doesn't get added to a bank that you can then call on at a later date. It's just done. See, all this was pressurized, which is why it destroyed the atmosphere regulator. It must have ripped it off of that. That's usually where it is. So it tore it off there, but bunged it through here and fired it out the door. So all this and all this and all that and all that was pressurized. Now it's not. Tiny little bit of glass. Not worth cutting out, because it's just not worth it. It's only 6,390. Right. Now we're going to have to depressurize the crawl space, which might be bad. I mean, now, luckily, all of the internal at the front is depressurized, so hopefully nothing will blow up. Fingers crossed. We good? We good? Okay, I think we good. Phew. Okay, we made it. Let's get the thrusters out first. 1. 2. And 3. Sweet. Okay, so as you can tell, getting the reactor out of here ain't gonna be easy. Even though the ECU is right there, internally you have to go like down through the hatch, into the main bay, through the main bay, in the door, open the ECU, then all the way back out, through there, up the hatch, up here. But then you need to get rid of all the skin of the ship. And these ships are held together with these big bracing units, these big keels. There's an awful lot of them. Right, let's get the fuses. Because we've opened all the doors and done all the stuff, I don't think we need the generator anymore. So let's pop all the fuses. These are thermal spreaders. They're worth 166,000. If you damage them, they will do cold damage.
Alright. This is your 5-minute warning, Cutter. 5 minutes left. We were out.
That is the cockpit corridor that leads to the cockpit. There's coolant there, there's fuel at the back, there's 6 million cut points here. And I really want to find the other 2 fuses for the generator first. I'm not seeing them here. There's some bits of cargo floating around in here, which I'm not overly happy with. Okay. Aha! We found the other 2 fuses. Nailed it. Okay, so the fuse is done, decompressing done. Let's get ourselves the right way up. Now we need to skin this thing. And that is a big job with these ships. Let's get out El Stingeruno. In fact, let's cut off the fuel nacelle, shall we? That's one. One on the other side. Do not hit the fuel canisters, they will explode. Don't even bump them too hard, because they'll rupture and then explode. Right, that's 2 of the 4 nacelles. I think the other ones are down here. Yeah, I can see them. Here they are. Don't hit these. Don't hit these pipes, because that will trigger the reactor. And that would be bad. Again, don't hit the pipes. Okay, now we need to start cutting this thing apart. Basically, you just want to go all the way along. Don't cut that, because again, it will trigger the reactor. Don't hit that. That's where one of the radiation filters is. See, we cannot physically get in there at the moment, which is a little bit annoying. Maybe we can... No, we can't squeeze our way in there. Maybe this way? Yeah, looks like this way, yeah. Tight space. Lots of tight spaces in geckos. So ideally I want to go all the way along and hit all these cut points. Separate the whole side of the ship from this. Then of course we'll have to fly around and do the other side, the other exact same thing on the other side of the ship. find this. Follow it all the way around. And then do all these cut points. And the airlocks. The airlock's holding it together as well. Luckily the airlocks are all depressurized, so we know we can cut them safely. Come on, let me through.
One minute left, Cutter. I'd say I get a move on, but you know that already.
And then we'll just force push that and let us out and stop it before it goes in the furnace. Work out where the hell I am because I'm lost. I'm upside down. Right, okay. And I think one half of the ship will now come apart. I think, if we've done it correctly.
Deposited. Applying credit to account.
Come on, nacelles, get in there. Yeah, looks like this part of the ship is beginning to fragment. That's what we wanted. Give me that.
Salvage secured.
Not easy to find the barge. It's hidden by the gigantic gecko. Where's that going? Okay. Left-hand side of the ship, done. I told you, man, geckos are a serious undertaking.
Hello, Shipbreaker. This is your morning wake-up call.
Right, let's do it. Okay, we'll buy some fuel and tethers, just so we've got them all maxed out.
Cutter? Hey there. It's just... the pressure is really getting to me. Feels like... when I was just a kid. You heard about the Kuril Islands? It's like hell there. We escaped when I was maybe 5. Crossing the ocean in those tiny boats was the scariest 2 weeks of my life. You have no idea. We got so close, we could see Pacifica. But this storm comes in, flips all of us over. I just remember sinking deeper and deeper, the water closing in all around me, and that's what this feels like. I guess that's why I'm such a screw-up. I'm not built to carry all this weight. Anyways, thanks for listening, Cutter.
Okay, and the front of the ship will not come off sideways because of the cockpits, so we're going to have to send that over there. It will move eventually. It is trying. Come on.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
Why you no move? Right, fine, I'll do this cut point. But I'm going to rotate myself so I don't hit the coolant. That would be bad. Okay, what's stopping you now? Right, fine, the big cockpit bit doesn't want to move. Well, it does, but it's not. So we'll deal with that when the time comes. Right, let's just carry on stripping this gigantic machine. And be careful with that. So I'd rather that went... oh, balls. Yeah, there.
Processing valuable
I'd rather this got
deposit.
lifted straight up than
Credit
sideways
transfer.
and damage this. So I'd rather pull it out. And I wanna...
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Come on, little thermal spreader. Pew. And pow on the barge. There it goes.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Yeah, Kaito is a nervous ninny. See, this bit really wants to move, but it just didn't. Maybe if we put more tethers on it, it'll be faster. 1 and 2. Come on. You know you want to move. Come on, you massive turd. Get moving. There's no cut points holding you on. So, go. There's literally nothing holding you on. I've cut all the cut points. Right, fine. It's just going to be a dick. We'll sort that out later. You tether to there. Why are you stuck? Get moving. And you, likewise, you can get tethered in there.
Object accepted for processing.
There we go.
Credits deposited.
Big sections, like, and because they're nanocarbon, you can't cut them. So that is as small as these sections get. Okay, it looks like the back end of the ship is indeed coming apart.
Rewards allocated.
I want that light. And I want that little light.
Deposit accepted for processing.
It's like this whole side chunk here wants to go somewhere. But we don't want to put it in the furnace because it's supposed to go in the processor. So ideally it would move straight back. So we'll do that. We'll just tag it to the back wall with at least 2 tethers because it's really heavy. Barely moving even with 2 tethers on it because it's one solid piece. Geckos be big, yo. And there are no more cut points. See, there's no cut points. This is one solid section. Where are you? Go away, snack food. Alright, at least we know we can pull the generator now.
Applying credit.
That at least is something we can do. Mind you, it's not really safe to do so, is it? Okay, let's just do all the other cut points on and separate the other half of the ship, shall we? Why not? That seems like fun. Geckos are a whole thing. Are you sure? Do you not have a connector on this side? Uh-oh.
Please refrain from damaging salvage.
God damn it. We destroyed a thermal spreader that was there. With my stupid laser. My stupid precision laser was still imprecise enough to destroy some salvage. Okay, not great. Let's not do that with the big radiation thing, or the fuel, or anything else. Looks like the ceiling and the side is both peeling away now, that's fine. Don't hit the reactor or the fuel lines which are here. Don't hit them. Okay, and then follow all the way down and do this stuff. Ooh, that really went. Why did that just fly off? What the piss. Physics being physics, I guess. Well, this giant section of the ship decided to go on
Salvage
vacation.
deposited. Applying credit to
Ooh.
account.
Don't nudge the fuel bombs. Right, let's tether it. That was the bit we were tethering. And it was the other bit
Salvage deposit accepted.
that went
Credits
wrong.
transferred.
We didn't even have a tether on this piece, but it's decided to do that of its own volition.
Salvage deposit registered. Account
Okay.
credited.
It's not moving now, so it's not moving towards our furnace, so you know. Carry on, I guess. Right, back in here, cut all the cut points. I mean, the thing's just falling apart now. Everything's on the move. Let's not get crushed, actually. Let's get the hell out of here. I just forgot all about crush damage. Okay. Right, floor in there. Floor in there. This bit of floor in here, I guess. That bit of floor
Credits deposited.
also in there.
Got about 5 minutes left in this
Piss.
ship cutter. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Weaver out.
Oh, piss, I'm putting the wrong things in the wrong places. I even said at the start of the ship that there was floor that had to go in the furnace, and I've thrown it in the processor. Like a complete noob.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
And apparently this middle section wants to come out, so we'll just let it come out. Okay, you do you. This goes in here. That comes off and goes in the barge. No. Oh, it's not barge. It's gonna... Where did it go? Get back here, you little turd.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Nanocarbon goes in there. That will go in the barge. That goes in
Valuable
there.
object accepted for processing.
That goes in there. This light needs to come out.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
This entire piece needs to go in there, apparently. Off you go. Bye bye.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Geckos, man, what a pain in the ass.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Don't get stuck on the ladder, just move. Okay. Right, speaking of ladders, come here, you.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Right, that goes in there.
Processing valuable object.
This
Credits awarded.
absolute piece of shit appears to not want to move. Maybe the driving controls are what are gluing that on. That is a possibility. You've stopped moving, have you? Get tripled. Here we go. You can get single, you can get a single. This needs to go in the barge. That is a radiation filter. This
Salvage
big bit
secured. Credits deposited.
goes in there.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
No, I didn't mean to do that.
Salvage goal cleared.
I misclicked.
Rewards allocated.
I did a giant force punch. I didn't mean to do that. Stop. What I wanted to do was to grab that.
Shit's almost done in the middle, Cutter. 1 minute left.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Okay, and then this entire section
Valuable
apparently wants to
object
move.
processed. Credits deposited.
So likewise, it can move to the back.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
Dude, you're the one that said you wanted to move, so move. You're not held on by anything. Look, that isn't even holding anything. Fine. Now it's moving. End of shift 2 on the same Gecko, and we've only barely scratched the second of the 9 goals.
Cutter 9346-52. Your designated sleep period is now over. Have a great day.
Right, once again into the breach.
Hey, Dee Dee. I always meant to ask. Did you like living in New Manila? Is it, like, similar to living on Earth?
Guess so.
How about the weather? Or, like, I guess it's artificial mostly, right?
Applying credit
You know,
account.
I miss sunsets, like on Earth, a lot.
Yeah. Kaido, maybe, lay it off, eh?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Dee Dee.
It's alright, kiddo. Not much of a talker over here. Maybe one day with a few beers, eh? Salvage secured.
It seems like
Applying credit.
Dee Dee is silently raging at having her communications privileges revoked.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Just get moving.
Valuable object accepted for
Right.
processing.
Let's cut this big spar off so we can at least get the generator out. Again, we could cut this whole spar into smaller sections, but it's light enough to move as one, so we'll just tether one end of it and yeet it in there. And try and get out of the way so we don't get pulled into the processor, because that would be bad. As in fatal. Right, you. Come here. Come on. Up you come. Not that fast. That, get tethered. Off you go. Nice. And this big bit is up here for some reason. And the big long bit is trying to get sucked into the furnace because of course it is. So let's tether at the back end on that and pull it round. And this piece of shit still hasn't gone into the processor. And I've tethered it to itself. And I've tethered it to itself. And I've tethered it to itself. Right, good. It's all going well. Everything's fine. This is slowly getting pulled around to where it needs to be. Like, you know what? Just get split in half, you big piece of shit.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
Okay, that's far enough for you. Go in the processor. Right, and this gigantic piece definitely has to go over there. Where you go?
Valuable object.
Same with this huge piece. That definitely has to go all the way over there. This needs to go up there. That needs to come out this way and not explode. Right, is everyone moving?
Salvage deposit.
Is everybody
confirmed.
happy?
Applying credit.
Right. Door control. Don't need those. As you can tell, all the value of geckos is similar to Atlas's. All the value is inside the main hull. We have completely stripped this, apart from that, which doesn't want to move for some weird reason. But speaking of complete stripping, let's take the keel off. Again, to avoid furnace incidents, we'll just cut it off. Just tether that into there like that. And goodbye. I believe, yeah, the rest of it's just free floating anyway. In that case, get tethered and go that way. Go on, off you go.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
Okay, next thing we need to do are the radiation filters. The way you do these is that you cut out this cut point. Then you very carefully make sure you pull it at like the correct angle, like straight up. It doesn't weigh very much, so it does move quite fast.
Applying credits to account.
Just give it a little nudge every now and then. Make sure you're directly over the barge. Ooh, don't touch it. It is radiation. Right, go away. And we didn't damage it. Good. If you damage it, it leaves this big blue sphere of radiation, and it can ignite, and it's just bad times. Okay. And I believe there's one of these here. Yes, there is. This one should be easier, because it's directly on top of the barge, but I'll pull it out from the bottom anyway before I barge it. There it goes. Second radiation filter done. Looks like there's an air filter here, which is good. It's probably not going to be movable because there's going to be lots of stuff stuck to it. Like all these chairs. Just that one chair. Oh, that's good. That can go. And that now gives us a hole to throw everything on the barge. I like that.
Salvage secured.
I like that a lot.
Applying credit.
Are there any more air filters? You'll notice I have done nothing with the reactor, and I will not. The reactor is, as always, one of the last things you want to do.
Salvage secured.
I thought that was an air filter. It's not. It's just a panel. Panel. That's just a panel. Any more air filters? No, it's just panels. Okay. We could cut this, but I don't think we need to. It is possible to remove the housing of the reactor carefully. Oh, or maybe not. Maybe I'll just fuck it up. It should be possible to pull the reactor housing out of that, like there. Right, okay, fine, whatevs.
Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded.
Oh, hello, you're up here, are you? Oh, we've got lots of stuff hanging up, like ornaments on a Christmas tree. Let's just get everything where it should be, shall we? Clear the decks before we start assing about with the reactor. There we go. Looks like that little bit of the reactor is now able to be pulled. Good, yes. And the fourth corner
Object accepted
is
for processing.
here.
Credits deposited.
Whoops. Almost lost that. These bits are shorter, so they just slide out, usually. If they're in a good mood. There we go. The whole point of this is to get that cap off.
Cutter, if you're fixing to dot the I's and cross the T's, you got about 5 minutes to do it. Weaver out.
Processing deposit. Credits transferred. Salvage goal met. Rewards will be paid.
I think there's one more. Yeah, it's here. Let's just move sideways a little bit. Get this. Okay.
Valuable object processed.
Reactor is now exposed. Right, that's ready. So that can go over there. So now you've got a chance to nip in, disconnect the ECU, and then drag the reactor. We might have enough time to do that today, so let's give it a go. In here, out here. See, it's quite the journey, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, at least we're facing the right way now. Right, let's go. Let's go. We ain't got time to lose. Let's go. 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 Let me out. Let me out. Let me out.
Reactor meltdown detected. Urgent action required.
Pull it. Pull it straight. Don't let it hit anything because it'll blow up. Pull it. Tether it. Gone. Do not clip that on the way past and blow up.
Salvage deposit confirmed.
Ooh.
Applying credit.
Some poo came out. Now we're safe to hit this. which then lets us get all the pipes out the way and into the processors. Yeah, geckos are fun. And unfortunately, okay, this one looks like a good one. Yeah. No, it's not. Usually we get away with cutting a little sliver, but on geckos it's like the whole thing comes out. But at least then this whole chunk just slides out the bottom, if you pardon the expression. And it goes in there. And that might be salvage goal 6. I doubt it though. Now we need to get inside. Get this stinger out, change it to that so we can cut this. So then we can then cut that out and get the ECU.
This is your 1 minute warning code. Bring it home.
Let me out. Let me out. Right, you in there, and first thing tomorrow we'll get the ECU down, and then we'll start moving everything that's in the middle. Everything else has been done. Yeah, look, cockpit bit actually moved.
Tether supplies are low.
Would you look at that? Cockpit part is actually moving now. It's decided it wants to move now, all of a sudden. Okay, bye-bye. Something was holding it on. Don't know what it was.
New certification level has been achieved. License level increased.
Oh, here we go.
Hello, Shipbreaker. You have 1 incoming transmission waiting.
52, it's Hal. Let's talk.
Uh-oh.
You know, in a lot of ways, you and I are the same.
No.
Came from Earth, hard worker.
Yes.
Doing the real grunt work.
Yes.
You could be wearing my uniform someday, making decisions.
No thanks.
That's a precious opportunity, you know. And it's hard. Harder than shipbreaking, to be honest. You know, in this position, you gotta make the tough calls. Big picture stuff. You're gonna hurt people. You're gonna make them angry, sad, scared, even cry. But you gotta do it. It's the job.
No, it's not.
One bad move, and boom! Right back down to where you came from.
That's on you.
But yeah, I like you. You're not a troublemaker. Troublemakers spoil everything, if you let them.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing. And don't let them spoil you, 52. Stay on the straight and narrow. And I'll be sure to mention you in my final report. See you around, chum.
What an odious little creep. Obviously looking to play us off against each other.
Good morning, Cutter 9346-52. Today's weather report, clear and sunny, with a high of minus 270 degrees.
Right, let's get back to this bloody gecko for the 4th shift. Probably not going to get it done today either.
All right, kids. I want to try something. Back in the 21st century, some of the most successful leaders combined aspects of mysticism into their management style. We're going to try something called yoga. We'll start with Steiner.
Huh? What?
I'm going to turn off your suit control and you're gonna just focus on your breathing, okay?
What?
I'm in the middle of moving a fuel cell road. No.
Okay, now breathe slowly. In through the nose.
I'm drifting towards the furnace, Rhodes. Rhodes, I'm drifting!
You're not listening, Lou. In through the nose now.
It's hot! It's hot!
And out through the mouth.
No! Help!
Clearly not a lot of leadership potential in you, Lou.
God! Rhodes, you psychopath!
We'll try this again another time, when tempers aren't so high.
This guy is an absolute fucking idiot. And that also tells us that the managers can take control of our jets at any time.
Credits deposited.
And probably our oxygen. And probably everything else as well. Welcome to the wonderful world of being a Lynx employee.
Applying credit to account.
Get these little lights
Accepted. Credits transferred.
and these handles. You might as well grab these computers from the navigation room.
Salvage deposit confirmed.
Come to
Applying
me.
credit.
Not too fast. Big bit is just kind of hanging out in space. That's fine. I'll just triple grapple that in there, and away it goes. Cockpit bit is gone. That's good. Any posters on the wall? There's probably not, because it's not really... Oh, there is. Well, not in the cockpit. There was in the navigation room.
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
Yes, ECU, that's what we were doing. I remember now. Come on. I know you're big and you're heavy, but you need to get moving. Right, barge please. Off it goes. Nice and slowly. Right, that's the radiation filter cover, which is very light and nearly hit me in the head. That goes there.
Salvage secured. Applying credit. Valuable
That's
object.
the ECU
accepted
door,
for
goes in there. No! Come back, little light, I didn't mean it. Oh, where the hell did that go? Oh, it's probably gone now. It's probably off into Earth atmosphere. Yep. Goodbye, little light. We barely knew you. Oh, balls. In about 5 minutes' time, we'll get a warning that we've destroyed some salvage, and it'll be that light because it's finally burnt up in the atmosphere. Whoops. That was my bad. There it is. Oh, whoops. Anyway, thanks to the air filter being on the floor here, we can now yeet everything in here straight in the barge.
Credits awarded.
Pretty much everything in
Salvage
here.
deposit registered. Account credited. Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
And then...
Salvage accepted. Credit
That's for
applied.
me. That's something. Piston. That's 3 seats. Let's be careful with them, they might harm us.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited. Salvage secured.
Gotta love the passenger
Account credit
liners.
applied.
They got all the good stuff inside.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
Nope, that was the roof. You can't peel the roof off.
Accepted. Credits transferred. Salvage accepted. Credit applied. Salvage deposit registered.
God
Account credit.
damn it.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded. Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Yep, hit myself in the head, lost a little bit of suit health and personal health, messed up the radio again.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Nearly done in
Salvage
here.
secured.
Well, for all the
Applying
barn
credit.
stuff at least. I think there's some more computers, yes. More televisions for the in-flight movie and all that good
Salvage
stuff.
secured. Credits deposited.
Oh yeah, there's all the computer consoles in the reactor room as well. Let's be very careful with them because they will kill us. Lights, yes.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Is that a poster? Yes it is. So that can go in there as well. And another door control.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
And a light. Nice. And one of these radiation access panels.
Transferring credits.
Oh, no, that needs to go in the furnace. Get out of my way. And then you need to go in there. Off you go. Really good. Good man. Right, any more lights in
Processing
here?
valuable
No, I think
deposit.
we're good.
Credits transferred.
Right, main cabin cleared at least. There are lots more cabins to clear, of course. Now, the thing about geckos is that this entire section is one big bit, and as you see, there are no cut points. So we're going to have to split saw this thing. And because we know we've just cleared out everything in here, which is this double-sized room here, we can just split saw straight through here without harm of damaging anything. I don't want to go and split saw this side because there's chairs and stuff in there that we know we haven't done yet. So, split saw time. Just line it up and go. Just cut the entire ship down the middle. Yes, I know we're losing aluminium, but we don't care about that. Okay, have we done it all? Sometimes you miss the connectors. Like these. Okay, we didn't
Got her?
quite get all
We
the way
got
through.
5 minutes left till we call her a day.
I know, Weaver,
Right.
I know. I'm concentrating, Mr. Weaver. Please don't interrupt me while I'm concentrating. Okay, we good? I think... Looks like we missed a corner here. Yes? No? No? No. Alright, cool. So then we can come and do the same on this side. If I can lay myself up correctly. Come on. There we go. That's better. You will lose some aluminum doing it this way, but it's the only way it can be done, really. There is no other way to get a gecko in the furnace. You have to cut the ship into sections. So yeah, you ain't never going to get 100% in a gecko. For all I've said that, we haven't had too many notifications that we've broken stuff. So now, hopefully, the ship will come apart into 3 big sections which can be moved. Are you moving apart? Or are you not? I think you probably are. You're just moving very, very slowly. Yeah, it's moving. Slowly, but it is moving. So let's help it out and get another couple of tethers on it, shall we? 3 and 4. There you go. That'll get some speed on you. And this section needs to go forward. Red beams is not what we like to see. Red means can't pull, or it's having trouble pulling. So I'll put 4 on this as well. Yeah, the other one just gave up. Come on, get moving. There we are. Now it's all pulling apart. So this is the section we've cleared. Everything in here can go straight in the furnace. In theory. It's still very heavy. And all the little crisps and chips and drinks will all go in as well. And that's some of the stuff we cut off.
Material accepted. Credits assigned.
The wine! The wine! You need the wine! And you need that as well. And the chips. Take the chips. And the other wine. There we go.
Salvage goal reached.
Nice.
Rewards assigned.
Cutter, we're getting down to the wire. Let's put a bow on this shift.
Go in there. You, come out. And go in there.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
And this also needs to come out. If it can fit through the door. Don't make me split saw the door. If that jiggles around enough, it will come out. Here it is. Nice.
Salvage
So
deposit
I
accepted.
believe, oh no, there's more lights. That table goes in the furnace anyway, so we'll just leave it attached to the floor. We'll do a double check of this, and then empty all the stuff that's in that. And then we'll furnace it, and that'll be that.
Good morning, Shipbreaker. Please enjoy the following inspirational message. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you do, you will be successful.
And on that positive note, we will end this episode. We will come back and we will finish the 5th and hopefully final shift of this gecko. And then we'll probably do a mackerel, because that'll take up the rest of the episode. So yeah, come back and we'll just do 2 ships. Until then, do look after yourself, and I'll talk to you again very soon.